How much will these next 2 weeks of the results out there, how much will that dictate in your minds what you ultimately do?
It'll be an element of it, no doubt, and then also the conversations that you have with other teams. So that's always that's kind of the biggest factor. Is just kind of understanding what can be done, and so I think it all starts there.
What they're willing to offer.
I'm not going to go into specifics, but
Right.
just generally speaking, they talk about their objectives and some things that they might be open to and or looking to do, and we articulate the same and try to see where there's matches.
When you're debating which direction to go to, what sample size do you look at? Do you look at, okay, over the last month we've played this way, over the season we've played this way, over the last season plus we've shown we can be this
all of it? You kind of look at all of it, but you do weight, things that have happened more this year. I don't think you really look into like a week, but I think you have to, kind of honor some of the things that have happened recently. But you look at the season as a whole, and you kind of look at the track record, and you look at, what the projections were, and you look to see if those projections have been updated, and then, like I said, make a call based on what other teams are saying too.
How much of that week heading into the break kind of tilt you, or at least optimistically, in the direction of staying in this?
It was nice to see us play well, that was good, and it was good to see in Arizona, and then the first game in San Diego, and there's more work to do, no doubt.
How much do the league's dynamics, whether it's a seller's market, buyer's market, influence what you decide on your own team?
In what way?
If you're in the middle and there's not a lot of sellers out there, and there's maybe more opportunity as a seller, does that influence how you view your team?
Opportunities, you're going to weight them and see, what kind of acquisitions you could make, or what would happen if you did, move a piece off the team. Every kind of situation's a little different, but I think it's an active market, and it's kind of hard to predict what ultimately will happen, and what might drive another team to do something.
Billy, obviously there's a lot of urgency among the team just with where you guys are in the standings, but with the deadline only a couple weeks away, do you get a sense that there is more urgency because they need to pick a lane here?
I don't want to speak for the players, but when I listen to them talk, when you guys have asked them questions, I don't think that the urgency is something that just turned on. And some of the comments that I hear our guys make, it sounds like it's been there for a while, and we've recognized it, and at times we've played well, and at other times we haven't. And so I think it's the consistency aspect that really needs to kind of take hold. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, we were encouraged by what we were seeing, going into the break, and hope to kind of continue on a similar path.
You get teams calling you, asking you what you're going to do about the deadline?
Yeah,
everybody gets a feel for each other.
It kind of works both. Yeah, I might call somebody one day, and
right.
Somebody else might reach out. So there's a lot of different clubs to talk to. So whether we're texting and eventually jump on the phone or whatever.
Right.
So,
but communicating generally, do teams express interest in your players?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What has that interest been like?
I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
But it's a good question.
Yeah.
And what I know you have to ask.
How do you feel about just how that unit is coming together?
I think, look, it's no secret that, the impact of losing the best closer in baseball, that's going to be a big one. And losing them on March, 15th or 16th, that's massive. So wherever we've been able to supplement, we've tried to take those opportunities. Whether that was trying to grab Don Leon early on in early May, or an opportunity to grab Trevor. We have to seize those opportunities, and I think by and large, some of the guys pitching late in the game have been called on a lot to kind of the scores of our games. Kind of plays into that a little bit, and so it's kind of a cascading or compounding effect that happens day to day, and I'm glad they were able to get some time off, and I think some of the off days that we're going to have hopefully position us to be able to utilize them a little bit more regular. But they've been pushed, and some of them have responded pretty well to it, and others just need a little bit more footing.
Is there a scenario where you might buy and sell at the deadline?
I'll be open to any opportunity, and we'll talk through it as a group, and I think just look for an avenue to continue to either add talent to the organization, whether it's short term or long term. We have to kind of evaluate it all.
How much of a surprise is it that this is even a line of thinking, a line of questioning, that the deadline buyer or seller, I think at the start of the season, that would have seemed like an unlikely proposition?
Yeah, but the circumstances are what the circumstances are. So, try not to get surprised by anything, and just do your homework and be positioned to take advantage of opportunities if they come.